try.
The 7th and 8th of October 2016 will not be forgotten in a hurry by Nigerians. For the first time, serving judges and justices were arrested in different parts of the country, with a failed attempt in Port Harcourt, the River State's capital. This move has continued to elicit different reactions from the judiciary and Nigerians alike. While some say the move is in order, others think otherwise. But on Monday, the 24th of October, the Chief Justice of Nigeria launched the National Judicial Policy and also set up a Judicial Ethics Committee. He explains the rationale behind the action and how it will help sanitize the judiciary.
The National Judicial Policy is born out of the realization that the Nigerian judiciary had been adversely affected by the absence of a clear, coordinated policy framework that defined its core morals, values, objects, and aspirations.
Besides making a case for the financial autonomy and independence of the judiciary as an arm of government, Section 2.2.4 of the policy says that complaints made against judicial officers shall not be disclosed to the media, while Section 2.2.7 says that where such a leak is occasioned by the complainant, all investigation into the complaint shall be halted and the leak investigated. And should the complainant be found culpable in the leak, such a complaint will be discarded. But in Section 2.2.9, the policy gave the NJC discretionary powers to decide if and when it will make the reports of its findings public.
What we have here predated this incident by several years. Now, about people, the National Judicial Council, National Judicial Policy has now been inaugurated. They put 2 plus wrong 2 together and come to a conclusion. It is because the National Judicial Council is now jittery. It wants to cover up and makes it. No, it's not like that.
Reactions to this move vary. For this journalist, it is of no effect.
Let them keep their secret, but we as journalists will all go out and see how we can get them out for the public to see.
But not everyone feels this way.
What that is going to do is to not just reinforce the shroud of secrecy, but also to actually shield offending of officials and corrupt officials.
Others are of the opinion that there needs to be a balance to ensure not just the protection of the accused persons, but also carry Nigerians along.
One, the NJC has a responsibility to ensure that its processes are seen as transparent by Nigerians, to also show that it is working towards responding to the complaints of judicial corruption that is rife as we speak. But also it has a responsibility to protect the judges from frivolous, mischievous and malicious allegations.
Since you cannot stop the media from doing their job under Section 22, under the Freedom of Information Act, the best thing is to allow the process of allegations and defense, witnesses, and then investigation, and then judgment, and then verdict to pass through the normal procedure. You cannot tell the world, notwithstanding what you have been hearing, this is the correct position.
One thing everybody agrees on, however, is that the judiciary, as the foundation of a democratic society, needs to regain its pride of place in the hearts of Nigerians, a step that is needed now more than ever. Amaka Okafu, Channels Television News.
Welcome back. Mr. Chuks Wanchuku joins us now. He's a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, on Wednesday, or is it Thursday, the NJC will be meeting, and of course, expectedly, all eyes will be on them to see what they eventually decide. A number of things will be before them. Many are looking to see what their decision will be about these judges. We do remember that the judges had written to the CJN saying they like to sue the DSS. That's among several other issues. But they've also come up with this judicial policy, which may have questions of, but from the look of things now, what would you expect the NJC to come up with now that they seem to be under the searchlight?
Well, I had written the NJC myself.
Over what?
Over the entire crisis.
What did you ask?
The arrest of the judges. I did write to give my suggestion on the way forward. And I did mention that I fully support the stand of the NJC so far. In fact,
over which one exactly?
I mean, the stand that they took, that number one, that they are the body responsible for disciplining judges, and that they will not discipline a judge.
But they don't have power over criminal cases.
I'm coming to that. That they have the power to discipline judges, and that power means that they have to investigate any allegation against a judge, as long as it touches on his duties as a judge and his fitness to continue in that office. That they have to look at it and form an opinion before any other organization, criminal or otherwise, could take any further process on that. I fully stand with the NJC on that. And I pointed out that if we didn't go that way, we would be toying with the foundation of justice, which is the independence and impartiality of the judiciary. Because there is nothing a judge will fear more than that you give a judgment and the person that you're giving judgment against, is able to go to some authorities, and then they come to your house, invade your residence, and arrest you and say that they found this, they found that with you, and the public do not even give you a hearing, and you're gone. And then the NJC is told, oh, we want to charge this person to court, so there's nothing you can do. You just have to surrender him to us like that, whether you investigated or not. I mean, there will be no independence, there will be no impartiality in this country. This is what we know. There's nothing. I wouldn't be a judge. I would never accept to be a judge under such a circumstance in this country. Now, even with lawyers, with petitions to the as things are now, the NJC is battling with frivolous petitions from lawyers. And aggrieved.
Where are we headed? Where are you driving this? To seem as if you're already saying that this is some kind of vendetta.
No, not necessarily. I'm not necessarily saying it's some kind of vendetta, but I'm saying that as a lawyer, and when you talk about law, you talk about the potential for abuse. There are certain things that the law allow, not because in a particular instance, that you might not find something untoward. But the law is looking at the potential for abuse, that in your going that way, you might let out a loophole that will be exploited to bring down the system, bring down an innocent person.
Let's go back to some of the petitions which you also, like some other lawyers, your colleagues, have said that the NJC have received over the years. And some would say it doesn't seem as if the NJC has been very, very proactive or very active in looking at some of those petitions until now. So doesn't it occur to you that this raid seemed to be a wake-up call for the NJC? Now they're coming out with some codes and conducts and reminding judges and even practitioners of what they should be doing, especially in their dealings with others who are not lawyers.
It might seem so, but let me first of all say that I have never seen where petitions are treated with levity in any institution in this country, least of all the judicial sector. Several judges have had their promotions certified by petitions. until that petition is dealt with, you're not going anywhere. You know, so what I feel has happened over the years that people have not really petitioned that much. Nigerians don't do what you find in other places, kiss and tell. They can bribe you, and then they still, some other people, after bribing you, they still go and report that I bribed that man. But Nigerians don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So in a few cases, in all the cases of outright corruption, the NJC has acted to recommend dismissal or retirement. Now, some people have said, why retire somebody who, you found guilty or culpable or answerable to an allegation of crime, of corruption, you know? Why not dismiss the person? Then my own answer is that, look, you are now talking about prosecuting 7 judges. What about the people that already have been dismissed? You're not prosecuting them? So whether the man is retired or dismissed by the NJC, you know, you are free to prosecute him. If you feel that, you know, the NJC has given him too soft a punishment, that doesn't stop prosecution. That doesn't stop you from, you know, arresting him and prosecuting him. So why you have not done that? You've not done that with the several people that NJC had, you know, investigated over the years and retired. It is the ones that are serving against whom there is no allegation that you feel that until you prosecute them, you haven't done anything.
No, they said there are allegations against them. That's why there's hoopla in the first instance. But then there's so many petitions or so many expectations, if I could use the word, for whatever decision the NJC takes will be under scrutiny. We'll take a look at 1 or 2 before we wrap up the show, but that will be when we return in a moment. To stay with us.